Are we good? Yep. Okay, first of all, I'd like to thank the outpouring of support from our community, our local law enforcement agencies, our federal, state law enforcement agencies that came out and helped us in this endeavor. Approximately 5:30 this evening, we received a 911 call from a Thornton resident who stated that he had found a deceased child in the area of 128th and Jasmine Court. We're currently actively working a crime scene in that area, and this is an active investigation. We've not ruled anybody out or any details in this particular case. So I'll take a couple questions. Like I said, this is an active investigation. We do have a deceased child. We're waiting for a positive confirmation on the identity of that child through the Adams County Coroner's Office.
Do you believe it is Kaya who's been missing since yesterday?
We do believe that's the case, but like I said, we're waiting for positive identification through the Adams County Coroner's Office.
Can you walk us through the timeline of where she vanished, what time, how long?
Well, as we said earlier, and that was in our press release, somewhere between possibly 8:15 and 9 p.m. last night, she had left the residence with a friend who was actually the son of the father's girlfriend. They were last seen in the area of 129th and Colorado Boulevard, and at that time they separated. He returned home, and she was not seen thereafter.
How far away was the body discovered in relation to the home?
I think that's approximately 2 miles.
2 miles. 2 miles.
2 miles east of the location where she was last seen.
How far is it from her home where she left?
Approximately a mile.
Are you treating this as a homicide investigation as well?
We're not ruling anything out. Obviously, this is an active investigation, and we want to have a successful conclusion and a successful prosecution if we do find the person responsible.
Where was she found at the home of
It was in an area near that home on 128th and Jasmine Court. I don't have an exact location.
Is this being treated as a homicide investigation?
That question was just answered. Yeah.
Is there any indication that she got there any way other than by foot?
Not any indication at that time, this time, yeah.
Can you talk about, earlier in the press release, you said allegedly she had been separated from this 15-year-old that she was with. Is he considered a suspect, or are you...
We're not ruling anybody out. Like I said, we're really early into this investigation. We want to have a successful conclusion. So at this time, we're not going to give out too much more information other than, like we said earlier.
Where was the missing child's parents all day? Were they with police? Where were they? At home?
I don't know their exact location. We did meet with them for quite a while today.
Is anyone in custody?
No one's currently in custody.
How many different resources were used in this? We saw Denver police helicopter a little bit earlier.
Yeah, we had, at last count, approximately 23 different agencies assisting. Like you said, local, state, and federal agencies that were assisting in this investigation. And we certainly like to thank all of them and our community support coming out and helping us search. This is not the conclusion or the end that we were hoping for, but we have to thank our community for coming out and outpouring the support.
Can you say if she was hurt or anything?
That's too early. I don't have any of that information. I think that's about all I can say right now.
Is there any...
That's something that we work with the Colorado Bureau of Investigation. Some of that criteria is different than what you would think it is in regards to the information that we would release and when we would release it. We worked with them throughout the day to get that information out, and we got it out.
Is there anything to be said to the families and neighbors who may be worried about what happened? Is there any cause for concern or a safety issue for the community?
Well, we have a missing child, and it did not turn out the way that we had hoped. Certainly that would be of concern, you know, to having conversations with your children. But I don't see that there's any need for any cause for alarm right now until we determine what happened and who may be responsible.
Can you talk about how she was...
I think I'm done. Thank you. We hope to have some updated information tomorrow. Like I said, we're doing some debriefing here later tonight, and hopefully have some additional information in the morning.
Will there be another press conference tomorrow?
We'll get that information out. If you follow us on Twitter, we'll post that out, any additional information, and if we do hold a press conference, we'll give you the location and time.